conversation these days, and for guys, we are not always willing to dig deep when it comes to things like mental health. So my guests tonight are doing something about it. Please welcome Corey Brown and Sam Matthews. They just started the Eat Your Feelings show. They're up late with me tonight here on the Final Five. And guys, again, the first guest to ever come in and bring me a commemorative engraved spoon. I appreciate it very much. Good to see you both.
Good to see you.
I want to start with you, Sam. So first of all, how do you guys know each other?
So we grew up in a small town right next to each other, Alabaster, Alabama, Montevallo, Alabama. His was like 20 or 30 years before mine. But we didn't meet until we moved to D.C. For work. We were mingling, speaking on a panel, as D.C. people do, and got to be buddies as the only rednecks in the room. So we hit it off, been friends since.
One of those original D.C. love stories.
Yeah, it was our meet cute.
So you guys got, tell me about the show here. What was the genesis? How did you guys decide, like, hey, we're two guys here from Alabama and D.C., we got to start having some conversations?
Yeah, September is Suicide Prevention Month, right? And for me, that hits really close to home. One of my good Army buddies died by suicide several years ago. I think that was the catalyst for me, that and watching The Bear on FX, you know, as maybe cooking schools all over the country are probably like, thank God that show exists. And, you know, I was like, how do we have something where we can talk about mental health, talk about hard things, talk about vulnerable things, and people actually tune in, listen, like it? So we added the cooking and the comedy. It's kind of like the pills. So it wouldn't be so hard to swallow when we talk about the real stuff that people should be hearing
A little
about.
honey on the medicine.
As Southerners, I mean, cooking is just essential to culture here, but it's therapeutic too, right?
I think so.
We think so. Some people are scared of cooking. They don't like it. It's intimidating. I think, you know, everybody is when you're starting out. Just get in there and do it. We find it cathartic, and our show's a little more about, like, less about the process of cooking, though you will learn some cool tips and tricks, but more about processing while cooking and hanging out and talking with your friends as a backdrop to the issues that everybody goes through day to day. So this was Corey's idea, and I took some talking to get on board, but I'm really glad that he forced me to do this because it's been so rewarding just to honestly just to talk about these issues with you and then with our audience as well.
Well, I mean, obviously it helps because you guys are friends and you know each other, but I mean, as I mentioned off the top, I mean, these are issues like, as guys, we never had these conversations, you know, growing up. Like, this is not a conversation I had with friends, with family, because mental health wasn't something we were encouraged to talk about openly. And when you go through life experiences like you going through the military and losing close people, I mean, did you learn anything about yourself in starting this process here?
So much, and every day I'm learning more. You know, I never thought I would be analyzing TikTok trends and things like that at my age. But, you know, like, doing this has been able to let me have something to put a passion into, and let me put, like, my love language is cooking. It seems like, you know, like, I view it as a act of love and act of service, right? And so being able to do that, yet open the door for some of this real talk to happen, and maybe like, the biggest takeaway for me, what means success is if somebody gets something out of this that helps them, that makes their life a little bit better.
All right, so we talked about the heavy stuff there, but in terms of cooking, like, what are you guys gonna be cooking up here on the show?
Big boys like some French cooking.
We got some French stuff, beef bourguignon, coq au vin.
Wow.
We were pulling open Julia Child's cookbook, right? And like, one of these things that we're doing is, like, making it, like, we don't want people to think it's so intimidating you shouldn't try it.
Yeah.
Even if you screw up a little bit here or there, it's still probably going to come out pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, when you pair it with fun and community and just, you know, thinking like that. So, yeah, that's some of the things we're doing. We're doing a recipe from Sam's dad's old barbecue joint, some jambalaya.
Wow.
In Montevallo, Cedar Shack. Cedar Shack Barbecue, shout out.
By the way, right before the show, we found out our director, Scott, has family from both of those towns, and it turns out you know his cousin. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, it just brings to home. By the way, I just like using this now as a gesture on the show. It's like I'm like my yaya walking around threatening me and my sister as a kid. But the fact is, it took coming to D.C. for you guys to have so many shared connections and meeting here. And I think when you bring the internet into it, you never know who else is going to be out there. And I think the possibilities have to be very exciting for you.
Big time, big time. And I think just the initial reaction from some of the teasers that we posted on our channels has shown that. I mean, at the end of the day, like, everybody in life, everybody's going to have to go through stuff, and everybody's got to eat. and we're here to do that with you.
So our friend Tracy, who brought you in, she told you right before we went to air, don't curse. And on this spoon, it is engraved: cuss, cook, cry, repeat. We didn't do any of them, and I think that's a win tonight. So
we didn't give you the non-family friendly version.
That's right.
Hey, this is a late night show. Where can people find the show at, guys?
EatYourFeelingsShow.com.
That's easy.
Mm-hmm. We're on Instagram and TikTok at Eat Your Feelings Show.
Yeah.
And on YouTube at Eat Your Feelings Show.
And that's where the big episodes drop, YouTube.
Yeah. Next Thursday, September the 25th, we drop episode 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck.
Mm-hmm. And we're hoping for a lot of good things.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I maybe at some point, I'll get to taste these wares too. So I appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely,
Thank you, Jim.
Sam
Thanks
and
for
Corey,
having us on.
Thank you both for coming. We appreciate it.